Hello and welcome to a North Wales side-by-side video. I am absolutely proper gutted at the moment. Been with my niece and my dad today to go and get this little Aygo for my niece. And I said to my niece, do you want to make a road trip video on the way back, being as it's your first car, and create some memories with the car? And she was up for it. So this morning I formatted a 64 gig memory card in my DJI Action camera, and I did a few videos on the way to go and get the car, and they all recorded and they all played back on the camera. So we did video on the way back, coming out of Altrincham, coming down the 56, coming down the 55. Then I did some more video footage of me cleaning the car, and then the battery died on the camera, so I put a battery in. Then I went through the footage we'd taken. I know it's on. I was on the memory card. It was all there. Anyway, I came in here to start servicing the car because I've done plugs, air filter, changed the oil filter, done the coolants, topped it up with screen wash, given it a good clean under the bonnet. And about half an hour ago I got home from work and I thought, oh, whilst I'm in here, I'm now going to ladder guard the car. I thought I'll download all the footage from today onto the computer. But before I took it out the camera, I thought, just check it, turn the camera on, memory card error. Turn the camera off, take the card out, check it, put it back in, memory card error. Okay, let's try it in the computer. Plug it in. Well, computer won't even read the memory card, so I have lost 64 gig of video that we took today. Totally, utterly gone. The only video footage I've got of this car and me in here is a little bit on a 32 gig memory card once the 64 got full. So I'm proper pissed off that we've lost all the road trip footage. But let me just give you a quick walk around on the car, because it is a pretty clean little car. Let me get some light on the job. Right, we've got a little 1 litre 3-cylinder tucked in here. And you can probably see how clean it is. This is just a genuine car. It's never had any corrosion protection on it or nothing. It's proper clean. The thing is, the car's that basic. This particular car doesn't even have power steering. It's just all manual. But you can see how clean it is, and all I've done is given it a quick once over with some chemical in the power washer. And this is what we've got. A nice little clean car. So what little bit of footage I've got, I'll show you, of changing the oil and that. But it's a automated manual gearbox, a bit like the Volkswagen DSG, where it operates the clutch for you, it changes gear for you. So you just drive it like a normal automatic, or you also have the option of pushing the gear lever over and going up and down manually, but that's just a pointless option. The car's about as basic as it comes. It's got electric windows, it's got air conditioning, radio CD player, 2 airbags, and what you see is what you get. It's just a simple little car. It's 14 years old. There's a few little nicks and dings on it and a few scratches, but at the end of the day, it's a little honest car, and that's all I can say about it. It's honest, and it's got 74,500 miles on it, which isn't really a lot for a 14-year-old car. What little bit of rust you can see on it is literally, it's in seams, but I'm going to get that with the lanyard guard now. I'm going to lanyard guard inside the bonnet and stop the seams from going in the future. I'm going to do all the underneath. But it's just a good little car, which is what she wanted. It is, it's a tidy little motor. I've got a bit of cleaning up to do down there. When I took the oil filter off, I spilt a load of oil. But down there I've put genuine Toyota oil filter, NGK spark plugs, was it a MAN? Oh no, it was a Marla air filter. I've noticed whilst I was doing it, there's the coil packs down there. One of the coil packs is non-genuine, so at some point in its life somebody's been chasing a misfire. But two of them are Denso, one's an aftermarket. I'm not going to worry about it. It runs like a little Swiss watch. I've cleaned the throttle body. That's had a good clean. Internally as well as externally. There's a few little weeps, but that's just age and oil creeps its way through gaskets over time. But the engine's dry, it's clean, and that's what we wanted. The gearbox is bone dry, it's clean, it's dry. I'm missing a fuse box lid, but we'll find one of them. They're not going to be hard to find. I was hoping it might have just fallen off and gone down, but it's missing. But again, I'm not going to worry about a fuse box lid for now. One of them will turn up. They can't be that hard to find. It's got reasonably good tyres on it. You won't need tyres for a couple of thousand miles. I've had the wheels off, checked the brakes, checked the slide pins. They're all okay. Pads are going to want doing in a couple of thousand miles. But all in all, it's a good little car. Anti-roll bar links are good on it. It's solid underneath. I've given it a really good jet washing underneath, got rid of any of the dirt, the grime and the salt. Did that this afternoon, left it to dry outside in the sun. And then, obviously I came in here then to do the service on it, thinking I'd got all the footage, and lo and behold, I've lost the bloody lot because of a corrupt memory card. So before I go any further, I have put oil in it, and it's been started once. I just want to check the oil level and make sure we've got the correct oil level in it, because I don't want to overfill it. Oh, sweet. It's right where it needs to be. Right on the top mark. Got it right. I can live with that. I don't need to put any more oil in it. I've put 540 fully synthetic oil in it. As I say, genuine Toyota oil filter. And that should keep it in good health for a little while. There we are. That's it. all in all, I'm pleased with the car. Good little motor. Right, I'm going to get on with Landegard in it. I'll give you a quick overview of what I'm going to do, show you how I'm going to put it on, and then I'll go and put this video together and show you the car, and tomorrow my niece can take the car and use it to her pleasure. And then over time we'll just do all the little bits that need doing to it. I'll give it a good polish one weekend, get rid of all the little scuffs. One thing I am going to do tonight is there's some glue on the back where somebody had an L plate. I need to get the residue off, but I can do that once I've done the Landegard. Let me set myself up, quick tidy up, and I'll show you the Landegard process. Right, here's the Aygo Blue, 14-year-old. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this chemical. It's called Landegard. It's basically just lanolin oil, which is what they extract from sheep's wool. I've got it in a pressure bottle, and I'm just going to go over all the exposed surfaces, and it puts a coating on, and it stops the water from getting to the metal. Any rust that's there, it doesn't convert it, it stops it, because it creates a chemical barrier between the outside world and the metal. So that is basically what I'm going to do. I'm just going to spray it everywhere. So, let me put a litre or so in there. And let's get rust protected. This stuff has got an amazing smell. It smells absolutely beautiful. It's a little car, it won't take much of this, and you don't need to go heavy on it, you just need to put a coating on it. You can spray this on rubber pipes, anything and everything. It works on anything. It's really good for plastic renovation. So you've got a piece of dull plastic, like on a scuttle, put a bit on the cloth, wipe it over, and I'll tell you what, it's absolutely amazing. When I put the bonnet down, all the excess will just run into all the seams. I spray engine sumps, everything with it. I spray springs, shock absorbers, everything. And it'll creep into all the seams. And it will just give that car that level of protection that it would never have had out of the factory. And it doesn't take very long. Let me fire it up, get the oil light to go out, let it tick over for 10-15 seconds, then I can check the oil level. I need the key. Oil lights out. That's just got the oil around the engine. We'll have to let it sit and settle now. We'll check that dipstick in a few minutes. Just let it settle. It regenerates, rubber seals, everything. I always put a layer on the headlights as well. Just a thin layer, because it stops the water from beading on the headlights. It's also a very good lubricant. To be honest, that's all it needs, about a litre. You don't need to go mad. Just give everything a good general coating. If you get it on the windscreen, it's easy to remove. Brake cleaner's your friend. This is just auto glue fast glass, just to give it a quick polish after. So that's any excess lanyard guard removed off the windscreen, cleaned off with a bit of fast glass. But first remove it with a bit of, get the excess off with brake cleaner. I'm just going to give the inside a quick spruce up, make it smell nicer. And for that I'm just going to use some vinyl and rubber tear. So let's give it a quick once over inside. One thing I am going to do whilst I've got it in here tonight is I'm going to put the battery on charge and leave it doubling away tonight. I know it got driven back. I have cleaned the battery terminals. They were a little bit grotty. I'll leave that bubbling away tonight. So this will be ready for my niece in the morning. A lot of garden will have done its job. It'll start setting tonight and going off. Well, according to the charger, that battery was already full. So I think we'll just leave it like that tonight. Let the alarm guard go off. Now it's been done. Cross member's been done on the back, all the inner wheel arches have been done, all the brake pipes are done. Shockers are done, springs are done, front shocks are done. Front cross members done, inside of the wings are done, suspension towers are done, both under the wheel arches and under the bonnet. This thing's ready to go, it's ready for my niece to go and have some fun in. Bonnet's been done. Yep, this is good for a good few years now. I hope she's going to be really pleased with it. I'm just really sorry we lost the footage of our little road trip home. Bit of a shame, but I suppose memory cards do go corrupt eventually, and I was just unlucky today was the day it chose to go corrupt. Can't be helped, I'm afraid. Anyhow, I don't think you'll see this car again unless it comes in for any work in the future. Tyres, that's one thing I do have to do. I'll do the tyres whilst I'm in here. Check the tyre pressures. I'll go and get the air compressor. Well, you get the picture. Anybody can check tyre pressures, pump them up. That's it from Aygo Blue. We're all done and dusted in here. I've just got 2 tyres left to do, but you don't need to watch me doing that. Hey, thanks for coming along and having a look at the latest Toyota in our family. Thanks for watching. Please consider liking. Please consider subscribing. Oil filter's nice and easy to get to, so I'm going to get the oil out now. Oil cap off. Key out of the car so nobody can start it. To be honest, the oil's pretty clean, so we're going to change the oil and the filter. I'm going to leave the dipstick there. And we're going to suck the oil out. So what I'm using here is my oil sucker. And that's pulling the oil out the engine. I don't know how much oil these engines take, so let's see what we've got to get out of it, sucking it out. I bet it's only about 3 litres. Right, let that get on with that. There is no way that's all that's in it. I know it wasn't all the way up the dipstick. I've got about 2 litres out of it so far. Oh, it's still pulling it out. Whilst that's draining, let me get the That's it, got the lot. That's sucked out a couple of litres of oil. Let's extract the tube. And put the dipstick in and see if there's anything left. That's the oil out. Let me now extract an oil filter. That's an oil filter remover tool I'm going to use. And it's down there. I think I can get to it by lying under the car. Yes, I can. Quite easily. Let me just put a piece of cardboard under it in case it drips. I need an extension. Somebody hasn't used a genuine filter. That's the wrong size filter. Okay, that's on. Luckily it's not tight. I've gone for that. And we're dropping oil everywhere. On the cardboard. Well, it's not on the floor, it's on the cardboard, so that'll do. I know I should have worn gloves. I didn't. I'm going to use genuine Toyota oil filter. Which is already pre-greased. And I'm just going to put some oil in the filter medium. The only reason why I do that is I don't overfill it. I just want to get the paper in the filter wet so it doesn't take as long to fill up. So let's spin a brand new filter on. Clean the oil filter housing. Make sure there's no filter, no gaskets stuck on it, because you don't want to double stack these filters. When you put an oil filter on, just spin it on by hand till it just nips, and then just grab it and just tighten it up by hand. That's all you need to do. You don't need to go crazy overboard. Okay, so now Blanks air filter, oil filter's done. Let's get some oil in this engine. I've got about 20 minutes before I have to go to work. I'm using 540 fully synthetic in this car. Let's quickly see if there's anything left in the sump. Shouldn't be. It is bone dry. That's 1 litre. 2 litres. Let me quickly check the capacity. .1 litres. So I've got 2 in, let's dip it and see what we've got on the stick. Yep, we've got oil in it now. Let me put another ½ litre in it and then I'm going to fire it up. And then we can top off from there once the oil filter's been filled up. It's on the stick, it's on the bottom mark. That's close enough to fire it up initially. That's ½ litre.